Hello everybody, this is John Hardy bringing to you the business tip of the day. Specific goals. I wonder when you look at what you're doing, whether you really have specific goals. I'm often working with businesses that have no plan, no objectives, nothing to measure, nothing to tell them where they have been and nothing to tell them where they're going. And I know the power of planning is really amazing. So I want you to ask yourself the question, if I walked into your office today and I said to you, can you show me the specific goals that you have for your business? Have you written them down? Where are they? How long ago did you do them? Are they relevant to today's conditions in business, in the environment that you are, in the location that you're in? That's the challenge I want to ask you. What are your specific goals? So how do you do them? What are they? One of the ways to remember is the word SMART, which means specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, timed. And so understanding what that can actually do for you when you think about what your goals are, because often what I've found is when people are starting to write goals, they don't write goals, they actually write motherhood statements that sound great. I'm going to travel the world and I'm going to speak in all the nations of the world. You know, great motherhood statement. And yes, there is a big, hairy audaciousness about it, but it's not a SMART and it's not a specific goal. There is no way I can measure what that actually really looks like. I've got no timing on it. And so what I encourage my clients to do is very simple. We look out 2 years in advance and we have a really good think about what it is about my business, where it's going and what will it look like, and begin to dream the potential of what it could be. Then what we do is we look at 1 year out and we do exactly the same thing through the filter of what we've decided is going to be our 2-year objective for the business. Then thirdly, what we do is we bring it back one more step, and that is, what will we do in the next 90 days to achieve what we want to see in the next year and what we want to see 2 years' time, and to break them down into very specific goals which are SMART and which are specific. And the power of doing that, I've found over and over again, articulating a very clear vision is life-changing. I remember doing this once with a real estate agent, and we mapped out the next 3 years of the business, and the fascinating thing was he had it all done in 18 months, and it blew him away how effective he was, how disciplined he was, and the dynamic impact that it had on his business, on his marriage, on his family, on himself personally, and in fact every dynamic in every part of his life. And one of his objectives was to see his parents come out from South Africa, be able to come out and live in Australia. A really, really powerful experience for him and for me as we worked through those dynamics. And this is the challenge for you and I, is do we have something in the bottom drawer or do we have it at the top of our head? And either way, they're not going to work for you. And what we do is when we do this 2 years dream, 1 year challenge, and 90 days, this is the dynamic of what I'm going to do. The 90 days keeps you very clear, very focused, very specific, and we have a rolling 90 days. So we do that 90 days, and then we move on to the next 90 days as we see that period close, and we're working towards very clear objectives of what we want to see happen in our world, in our business, in our life, and it really is very, very powerful. And when I do this, I get my clients to write it, I get them to be specific, and I get them to articulate. And I'm doing that with one of my clients this Thursday week with him, and we're going to spend the day brainstorming all that, documenting it down, and really writing out what the shape is going to be for him moving forward. And I'm so looking forward to doing that with him. So, my challenge for you, my business tip for you today is specific goals. I want you to ask yourself the question, what have I done about that? And if I haven't done anything about it, you need to be in contact with me. You can contact me via One-on-One Media Group or my company, Peak Consultancy, here in Australia, and I would love to be able to help you engage with and doing specific goals for your business, because it will change what you do. You'll be far more focused and far clear. And this is what I want you to remember. You'll be an arrow and not a shotgun. It will change the way you do business. This is John Hardy bringing you the business tip of the day, specific goals. Thank you so much for listening, and looking forward to sharing with you business tips again. Thank you.